Okay, let's get there. Hello, sisters. I'm in a real fix and I need your advice with a really delicate issue. After secondary school, I found myself without any help and support and had to take the additional responsibility of taking care of my siblings. As an orphan, I finally decided to attempt the world oldest profession and joined a couple of ladies to the club dressed to invite. Much to my surprise, I was approached by a lady who asked that she and her husband wanted me as a third party in their sexual escapades. Desperate for financial breakthrough, I reluctantly agreed and we signed a contract. One critical condition was to not engage her husband without her explicit knowledge or permission. This worked well as I took myself to nursing school and took care of my siblings. All was rosy until the man began to fall in love with me. The wife was not comfortable and asked that the contract be cancelled. Be it that I was not in love with this man, I walked away quietly. Fast forward, things became hard again and I hadn't finished nursing school yet. One evening, he showed up at my doorstep, professing love to me, stating that his marriage was as good as it ended. I asked that if that's the case, he should end it properly and come get me. He's done with it, and we are currently married. My problem is, I have never loved him, and I still don't love him, but I love the care he gives me and my family. Can I continue to live like this? Sisters, I need your advice. And this is by Anonymous. Rosie, you're in deep thoughts. I want to know why you're in deep thoughts.
Because the story is very...
Okay.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. I will need this.
Yeah.
This was... The intervention was just in time.
The drink came at the right time. Thank you, Bruce. Right.
The story is like one in many parts. It's like, oh, Bruce, this is nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the story is like one in many parts, and I can't break it up enough. The fact that you're married, and then they wanted a third party in the relationship. And my question is, well, the lady wasn't the one who sent in the message, but the question is, who even picked the woman to begin with?
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes when things like this happen, one couple sort of picked the woman. It's a reason why he picked that particular lady. Be it random. It's random, all right, but it's probably a reason why he picked that particular lady. Which means that most likely from the word go, on sight, the gentleman had spotted her and probably wanted to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually not surprised the turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a woman who selected the woman, then that's it. But the reality of I don't know how to really, how do you say, break down this story, because it's heartbreaking. The woman sent us the message, and she was desperate. She needed money. She needed financial support to help her and her family. She stated that she's an orphan, so pretty much she felt there's nothing, you know. But the thing is, my only sad part is that she actually gave the man permission to go and divorce his wife and come and marry her.
Yeah.
And from
so
where
she's
I sit,
so basically she's an accomplice to
exactly
breaking a home.
breaking a home, yes. And from where I sit, you see, marriage is a very difficult encounter. So once people get married, for some strange reason, a lot of things, you only see the negative things. Yeah. Oh, she's talking too much. Oh, she's being too demanding. Oh, she's doing this. Or he's doing that. Or he's doing this. He's doing that. So over time, it gets very difficult to enjoy it. You think it's easier to enjoy the third party because this lady came in on a contract. So because she came on a contract with money as a goal, yes. For instance, I work 8 to 9 hours a day and I get paid for it.
Yeah, that's your job.
That's my job. And I keep going each day because, one, it's my job. Apart from that, you love what you do. It's your job and you get paid for it. I'm thinking, would I be able to follow my husband 9 hours a day?
No.
Consistently, and have only 20 days or 27 days break from... It will be a very difficult thing to do. So she was doing her job and she did it well because she needed the money. So the man fell in love with her because there was really no responsibility when the girl came. There was no responsibility. All the girl presented was fun.
Yes.
Sex,
Yes.
fun,
Yeah.
enjoyment, whatever. Like she wouldn't complain how he looked, I mean, she had no complaints.
Yes.
Because the man was sorting her out with money. So she never really fell in love. And I think that for her, where she went wrong was she should have just stuck to the fact that it was a contract.
It's a contract. The job is done. Okay.
Because it's difficult as a woman. If you can't stand a man you're with, you are not really in love with the person. You don't like the person to an extent. In the beginning, it will be okay because you think you are getting money, you are getting all the works, everything. But I think eventually you would suffocate. You will suffocate in a manner that you can't even afford to tell people why you're suffocating, because everybody looks at you and they feel like, oh, I wish I'll be like her. This man takes good care of her, takes good care of her siblings and everything. But you will not be happy. You will not be happy. So my take is that, well, the harm has already been done. I don't know if you have children or not, but if you don't, Charlie, if it's the money that means a lot to you, my advice to her is that, look, start putting money aside. Start building some financial stability.
Because I'm wondering right now, yes, like talking about financial stability, the first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, you are married right now. So how long did it take you before you got married? And you are enjoying the money of him taking care of you and taking care of your family. So what have you been doing?
Yeah, she should keep something. She should save something for herself.
Well, what have you been doing?
Well, she's in nursing school, so maybe she's thinking that I'm going to nursing school. But the thing is, someone is supposed to go to nursing school. The person is also giving you money to be able to take care of your siblings and all that. I think that she needs to be financially prudent to be able to do some savings on the side. Now, if she was doing that before, I don't think that when the contract was abrogated, I don't think that she would have gone back into a state of she didn't have money again to take care of herself and her siblings. But because I think I'm sorry you sent in the message, but I think she's not thinking ahead. She's thinking in the now, just like between now and next week. But if she's thinking ahead, she will hedge herself properly. Save something, get some investment done, get something that can self-pay, especially now that she's gone and come back once. And the man has now married, he's doing everything. This is the time to plan your exit properly and leave. Because it's not easy living with somebody that you really honestly do not like.
Okay, so Felicia, let me ask you, do you think it's a case of the fake humility that comes with poverty?
So here's the thing, and I'm confused.
I'm not saying every poor person
is humble.
It's not humble, but sometimes there's this fake humility that comes with being poor. Just because I don't have now, it's when you actually put the power in them, or you give them some money, then their real power comes out. So do you think it's that case where, okay, maybe there's this fake humility, so she has to still play along and be that cat for him?
So I think it has to be with, I don't know if it's right for me to say a Ghanaian character, where we struggle to differentiate financial, like relationships for financial gain to like relationship for emotional connection. And this has to do with both men and women. Sorry, excuse me. So if you are with a man because of his money, what stops you from making your intentions clear?
Yes.
Somewhere, some place, people do this sugar babe, sugar daddy thing. True. They go in for just the money. It's clear. Oga, you like my body. Fair enough, you can have it. But I'm also here for the money.
Take care of me.
To take care of me. It's a contract. You give me, you take. Done deal, we move on. Why would you encourage a relationship that will lead to marriage, even to the extent that this man leaves his wife and gets married to you?
Yes.
And now you complain that I don't love this man.
You must love
Who
him.
stopped you? Yes.
You must though.
You must love
You
him.
must love him.
You must love him.
You must love him. You have to find ways and means to love him. Because you deceived him.
True.
You led him on. You knew exactly what you wanted from the relationship, but you weren't clear with it. Now you've gotten what you need, and you think it's okay to let him go.
And she still can't say it. That's the thing.
And you still can't say it. That means there's a problem with you. this is a problem you need help for. It could be psychological. It could even be spiritual. Because I really don't get it. Because if it's the money, like Rosie clearly said, you should have positioned yourself into, like, gotten yourself into a phase where you save money to get yourself out of that situation. Because if you listen to her delivery from the beginning, she acknowledged her struggle, how she was even struggling, trying to, make ends meet. So she found herself in a place of forcefully having to go into prostitution. That is an indication that is not a situation you wanted to find yourself. But let's say situations, things happen. But you've gotten there, you've enjoyed stuff, you've even gotten into some people's marriage. Yes. That alone was a clear no, but who am I to judge? You've managed to get out of there by whatever intervention. This man comes to you and you know what you want, but you pretended, you acted that it was okay, you urged him on, you got married to him, and now it's okay to let go of him. No way. My dear, you need to find a way to love this man. Yeah, because it's a thing that women sometimes, I'm sorry, I know people will bash me for this, but we like to always be in the, how do you call it? Yes, we're always in the victim position, 10 tables around. This is the same thing men do. A man will see a woman, he knows clearly he doesn't love this woman. Because of something down there that he wants to, dig. Some gold he is looking to dig, he will pretend love. Yeah. Even to the extent of they will get married to these women, knowing true in their hearts that I'm not taking this woman anywhere. Yeah. Then after a while, you come up with stories to say, and I don't love. For better, for worse. This is when I need my Christian brothers and sisters to back me. And if it's marriage, I'm 100% sure that they've signed whatever, they've been to court. This one, for better, for worse, she will get stuck to it forever. My dear, I know you came to us and you are hoping to hear something good from us. Please, find a way to love this man. We've gone out the days, they were arranged marriages, but it still worked. We have some parents who had arranged marriages and they are still living. You've spent this man's money. It's not fair for you to let him go right now. Find something nice about him that you love and start getting acquainted to. If it's his hair, wake up every morning and remember, oh, look at, oh, God, your hair is nice. So, like affirmation, daily affirmation. Affirm yourself and find a place deep in your heart to love this man, because it's going to be for better, for worse, till he also decides not to be in this relationship again. Because I feel it's just not fair. You can't wake up and feel like, I don't love, when you've dragged him all to this end. He's left his wife for you. I'm sure he's bought you stuff by now, set you up. And like you said, humility. Now, money has come. Yeah. Taste has changed. Fine, but Bobby is somewhere. Yeah. But start daily affirmation.
But I think that, you see, sometimes when women like this talk like this, it's fear. Fear because they saw a perfect relationship.
Yes, and they wanted to be like,
as a third party, and this relationship has metamorphosed into the man liking her instead, and now married to her. I'm sure at the back of her mind, she's wondering, when is it going to be my turn? So she's not even going to allow herself, because like she said, typically when you have most women, I'm saying all, but most women, when they're with a man and the man checks the right boxes, is doing everything, there's this deep-seated part of us that begins to justify why they should love the person. Yes. And then it's sort of like, conditions your heart and turns your heart to love the person. You understand? So you see in relationships where when the boy was chasing the girl said, me, I can't date this guy, see his nose, see his mouth, see how he does this, see how he does that. Then a few months into the courtship and the relationship, suddenly his big nose is the center of attraction for you.
Oh, I love it.
I love his nose. Hey, so when I'm sleeping by him and he's breathing down my neck, oh my God, that's pure oxygen coming my way. It's more like air conditioned. The way his lips are, oh my God, when he grabs my lips and things. So I think
even if it's biting.
But I think that underneath all that, I think she's afraid. One day,
I still feel like there's a child in her.
And she's afraid that one day this man is also going to proposition to her.
That they
to
should
get a third party, or may also get bored with her and also get a third party separately, maybe that she may not even know about. And then one day the man is going to get up and tell her that I'm no more in love with you. So I think that, of course, for a man to take care of you like that and stand with you and want to be with you, and she still, look,
Really,
and why
she just doesn't love this man.
No, but you know,
It was all about, you see,
No.
look at
No,
this
listen. No,
sugar
listen.
babe thing. Like you were saying, rightly saying, people see men with maybe certain things, features they don't really admire, but they overlook it because of what they are getting.
That's why I'm saying that she can't overlook this one because
Now she
of
lives
the
with
mode
him.
of entry.
Yes,
So
yeah.
for instance, if I met a man, stand alone, the man was toasting me, let's assume the man even had some girl, maybe long distance relationship, it wasn't working, whatever it is. And the man was toasting me and was doing well and we fell in love or I got to like him naturally. I won't be thinking that, oh my God, I can't love this person.
Yeah.
But her mode of entry, she entered as a third party in a marriage.
okay, now
So
you know what?
it's insecurity. This
True,
man
true.
was married, entertained me. Now me and him are married. When is he going to entertain a third party?
Right,
So
right.
she's hedging her heart against future heartbreaks.
Okay, now let's look at it at this angle, from the angle of couples that have threesomes. I feel like all the stories I have heard, real life stories that I've heard, always went south. But it works with the white people.
Yeah.
But in Africa, it always kind of goes south. And I feel like, don't you think there's an issue of communication? We don't even know who we're getting married to in the beginning. Sometimes we want to please the man. And deep down, I know that, okay, I'm not comfortable with this. And then you do it,
So
and it becomes something else.
I feel it's our cultural upbringing. So, the world is revolving.
Yeah.
We are getting to a stage where Africans we sometimes feel like we are open-minded, but we are somehow not open-minded enough. Do you understand? So we are ready to accept certain things to an extent, but when it starts, when we start having, when it hits or when we start facing the consequences, then our traditional upbringing, our cultural upbringing kicks in. It kicks in automatically because that's how we've been programmed. So people will even say, "Oh, I like open relationship." Da 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 da. They go in 1, 2, 3. Immediately, maybe there's a critique here. Something goes out. Then they start thinking about what happened to their mother B, their father, how their auntie B has a broken home, blah 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 blah. When they go for family gathering, white people and stuff are not that family oriented like us. So we our own selves are hypocrites.
Yes, yes.
We are Christians, but we also claim we are open-minded. And we struggle to even find the balance. Where is morality? Where is religion? Where is spirituality? We can't even...
Where is tradition?
Tradition.
So basically we want to do everything.
We want to do everything. But then you start... So here's, let me give you a typical picture. So when it's okay for them, because they are home, nobody is there watching them, they can have threesome. These are the same people going to church, praying. Then there's some small issue be at work. Africans like to become very spiritual when we have problems. So there's small issue be at work. Now we have to go to church and start becoming spiritual. Yeah. Then they'll be going to church. And as the preaching hits them, then they start rethinking the openness that they've been enjoying when money was okay. Yeah. So we can't clearly take our stance. Are you Christian? Are you a traditionalist? Are you open-minded? If a white person is open-minded, they are atheists. That is who they are.
No, it is not only atheists who are open-minded.
Oh, let me say they are atheists. Let me say,
Yes.
let me
So,
differentiate.
I know there are a few people that works for, even in Ghana. But you see, it's the mode of engagement, why you get into it.
Yeah.
When you're in a marriage where the man respects the woman, and it goes both ways. In Africa, the biggest problem is that African men think that they are the only ones who deserve respect.
Yes.
And they are the ones who need to be made comfortable in the mind for it to work.
And they're the only ones that deserve to come.
It's a woman's job to make sure the relationship works.
Yeah.
It's a woman's job to make sure the marriage works. So you realize that a lot of African women live to make sure
Well, he's
that...
laughing at me, but it's
Yeah.
true. In most African homes,
Yeah, it's the woman. So it's
yeah,
like...
no,
so
no,
for
no. Even
instance,
sexually, it's always like the man that's supposed to be satisfied.
Yes.
He has to come.
he
and
has
then,
to be satisfied.
you know,
When
He
they
has to
finish
be
their home, what do you
yes,
do as a
yeah.
woman? Yeah.
So it's like, because the woman's duty is to make sure the man is okay. So now, if the man wants an open relationship,
she
she feels the emotional edge to give the husband that open relationship for the stability of the home. How many African homes do you see that the open relationship is being practiced by the woman?
Well, I think that's a question we have to answer another day.
Yeah, so the thing is that because it's the woman is not open to an open relationship, everything is one-sided. It's towards the man. So which means that a lot of people in said open relationships are not really up for it.
Yeah.
They are just doing it as a means of
their
maintaining the guy. Because listen, if you don't give it to him, he's going to chase other people anyway. So sometimes you feel like, okay, you know what? Let me give it to him so at least I'm in control of who he is with.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you realize that it's actually purely the man's decision. And if the man was true to himself and knew that this was a sacrifice my wife was making for me in order for me to enjoy the variety and spice of life, he wouldn't have allowed himself to fall in love to begin with.
Well, he has fallen in love with someone that doesn't love him. On that note,
that's for him
it's time for us to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be delving into our second letter of the day. We'll be back.